What is your biggest regret in life? Not calling CPS on my parents. It would have saved me from a lot of trauma and I feel like my life would have been a lot better. At 15 I ran away from home at midnight in just the clothes I was wearing and 3 pounds in my pocket. My biggest regret is not taking my younger brother with me. I tried to get the social services to take him out but they wouldn't. I found out later my father was abusing him too. That was 40 years ago and I still regret it. Did they ever see you again? Social services tried to get me to go back but I refused. I saw them last in 1988. My dad is dead now. My brother is in prison last I heard. I don't think I can get over it. Spending 12 years as a non-functioning drunk, 18 months sober. Congratulations. Honestly, turning around 12 years of alcoholism is a heroic achievement. I was the maid of honor in my best friend since childhood's wedding in 2018. I was going through chemo at the time and was already in pretty bad shape. The night of the rehearsal dinner, I fell and fractured my ankle and ended up being in a wheelchair and bald for her wedding. I'll unfortunately never get that day back to make it up. I imagine that your presence there, in any way, was all that mattered to your friend. Unfortunate timing of course, but it sounds like a beautiful friendship. Not doing more to help my father before he died. He lost both his legs to diabetes, and I bankrupted myself keeping him afloat. But actually being there with him to help with the day-to-day while he had given up on life made me so depressed and anxious that I left the hard work to my brother who was struggling with alcoholism. While situation was a cluster, but I wish I had been stronger through it all. My biggest regret is not appreciating people enough while they were here. My mother left when I was a child, and I wish I would have not only appreciated her more, but dealt with her leaving better. It was a weird stage for me, and I'm still not fully over it. However, I'm getting better with dealing with it. Forgiveness is a blessing and embrace it all you can. Drugs for sure. Stopped taking my antidepressants because I was feeling better. Turned into a monster and ruined my relationship. Definitely learned my lesson. 1 year later and I take my pills every day. Just wish it didn't cost me my partner. Sending those nudes. I grew up as that kid with potential. Not genius, not dumb, not average, but that kid with potential. When I was younger I always got that compliment, you got potential kid, maybe from arts, basketball, golf, writing, acting, academics, etc. But I always have this in me, that feeling of fear that I will disappoint everyone, so whenever I'm doing something I am good at I will stop halfway. I will drop everything and feel the fear take over my body. It's not just fear but also insecurities that I will never be good enough. So I will stop doing it and as a result I'm that person who can't be good enough. I was diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety. My biggest regret is not acknowledging it when I was younger and not trying to fight it off. I might have been good at something right now. I'm not that old, 27, but I regret being so serious and working so hard sometimes. I started working 50+ hours a week the second I hit 18 to pay for college. I worked full-time in college. I graduated debt-free and went on to work 50+ hours a week at a large corporation. I think back and, although I'm proud of myself and my accomplishments, I wonder if it really would have mattered if I'd have just went to that house party, attended that pub crawl, or went on that road trip. I feel like I missed something important. I feel like I was never young. Once my kids are older and don't need constant care, I'm taking my life back and I'm going to travel and experience some things again. I owe it to myself. It's better late than never. It's a cliche, but one of the better ones. No one on their deathbed wished they had worked more. Toss up between leaving the military and immediately jumping into bed with first girl I matched with when I got back home. Both led me to my daughter who is my absolute world, but it's caused nothing but heartache and even an even further decline in my mental health. The army wasn't always fun, but I felt like I belonged and that I had a purpose more important than paying bills and trying to make it to retirement. Geesh, that jumping into bed thing is a serious one I don't want to relate to and afraid breaking up is hard to do. Like and subscribe for more or you'll regret it.